Don't fall off when you're dancing.
Yeah, please don't fall. Is that good? Hungry?
Okay, so how do we want to set this up?
1 to
Here, no. Putting them in a pile. Like, I'm not gonna put them in order, okay?
Should I do this or this?
Are you gonna like start like jamming out or like?
You guys don't have to stand up there the whole time.
I know, but we're practicing something.
Shaka. Shaka. Don't go like. Go like. Wait.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
Introductions. Vote for your favorite food overall. You're going to vote for the dress to a T, whichever.
Chicken. You mute it?
It was the most amazing experience I've had in my lifetime. We were also featured on an initiative which is a publicly funded Japanese television station based in Tokyo, Japan. Dover High School. Joe T. Robinson Middle School. Good luck to all of this year's finalists and enjoy the ride. You've earned it. Schools embrace the theme of emergency planning and preparation. Even in the worst situations like a zombie apocalypse, you need to be prepared. We all know that the zombie apocalypse is not real. You're gonna have to switch these. Okay. We all know that a zombie apocalypse is not realistic, but I assure you that these students have helped prepare their communities.
My name is TJ. And I'm a dream chaser. I've always loved music.
Kylie Miller, you just saved the world from the zombie apocalypse. What are you gonna do next? I'm going to East Fusion to dance with Smokey the Bear. So let's move on to these
East Conference is a DJ Mario Luna. I'm out here in Vegas, and let me tell you, I'm getting so pumped and excited to see you guys, you champions, you winners. If you're ready to have a blast and move forward in your life, I'm ready to supply the entertainment, the music, the beats, and good times. Make sure you check out my session, Passion and Technique, and we'll take it from there. It's a great honor to be your DJ again. I will see you soon.
It's been getting so hard living with the things you do to me. My things are getting so strange. I like to tell you everything I see.
Hi guys, I'm Kylie Miller from Sonora Elementary.
And I'm Ricky Vaughn, also from Sonora Elementary. Welcome to East Conference 2015.
Our school is recognized as the 2014 Overall Founders Award winners at last year's conference. It was a great opportunity and it opened many doors for us in our program. It was a pretty busy year.
Along with winning some really cool prizes and East Technology, we were invited to speak at the 2014 International Esri User Conference in San Diego, California. Kylie, myself, and our facilitator accompanied Esri's Charlie Fitzpatrick to a week in Redlands to present a keynote presentation.
We got a chance to talk about our East projects live in front of 15,000 GIS professionals in the largest room I had ever seen. We met quite a bit of intelligent GIS users from all around the world. It was the most amazing experience I've had in my lifetime.
We were also featured on NHK Television, which is a nationally funded in Japan. It's a television station based in Japan, and A camera crew followed us around for several days, and we were broadcasted to over 10 million people in Japan and Southeast Asia.
Along with all the attention and great publicity, we were able to step our projects up to a new level. We were beta testers for the new ArcGIS Pro software, and we had clients from all around our community seek us out to work on new projects, and that also built confidence in our program.
This year has been a wild roller coaster of life-changing events and opportunities that have changed our lives for the better. But we are very pleased to announce a new Founders Award winner tomorrow night at the awards banquet. This year, we have 6 new Founders Award finalists that have gone through a gauntlet of an application process, and they are about to partake their final interviews. Let's take a moment to recognize these fantastic programs. Please stand as we call your program's name.
Here are your 2015 Overall Founders Award finalists. Dover High School,
Greenbrier High School,
Harrisburg Middle School,
Helen Tyson Middle School,
Joe T. Robinson Middle School,
and Roberts Elementary School.
Good luck to all of this year's finalists and enjoy the ride. You've earned it.
This year, we also launched a national service project that you guys jumped at with more devotion and effort than we've ever seen with an NSB theme. Many schools embraced the theme of emergency planning and preparation to the fullest extent.
Situations like a zombie apocalypse, you need to be prepared. We all know that a zombie apocalypse is not realistic, but I assure you that East students have helped prepare their communities for tornadoes, earthquakes, floods, fires, and even school emergencies.
Kylie Miller, you just saved the world from a zombie apocalypse. What are you going to do next?
I'm going to East Fusion to dance with Smokey the Bear.
So let's kick off East Conference 2015 in style. Have a great week, guys.
Welcome, everyone, to the 16th Annual East Conference. I'm Caitlin Cawthorn from Jonesboro High School.
And I am Elise Fry from Batesville High School. We are your ambassador team leaders this year, and we are excited to help make this your best conference. We are very excited to introduce Mayor Ruth Carney to the 2015 East Conference.
Wow, this is absolutely awesome. I cannot get over all of you being here in Hot Springs, Arkansas today. Thank you for bringing the sunshine, because last week we had all kinds of bad weather, and since you've come, everything's beautiful, and we thank you for that. Want to welcome you to Hot Springs, Arkansas. We have so many things for you to enjoy and to do while you're here, but I don't think they've given you any free time. So I would highly recommend that you refuse to leave when they all say it's time to go. Say, I'm going to stay a couple of more days and enjoy all the things we have in Hot Springs. We have the Mountain Tower, which is just right over across the road up the hill. It's a really neat place, an overlook for the city. Garvin Woodland Gardens is absolutely beautiful all year long. And you cannot miss the Mid-America Science Museum. They just now opened it. It's been remodeled, refurbished. Everything's brand new. It's an awesome place to go, and you won't want to leave. It's just right for you guys, and it's great for the adults because you can relieve a lot of stress in there. We have 5 lakes and 3 rivers and all kinds of parks and recreation things to do. We have national parks and state parks, but there is a reason they call this the Spa City. Does anybody know why? The Hot Springs National Park thermal waters. People come from all over the world to see Bathhouse Row. So you have to take a bath before you leave, okay? We promise, okay? And then there's one word that keeps coming back to my mind every time. Oh, I forgot to tell you also, we have restaurants and shops and music theaters and all kinds of things, and parades. We have parades, the world's largest, longest, shortest St. Patrick's Day parade is here in our town tonight. So don't miss the fun with that, and we hope that you enjoy everything. But there's one word I wanted to share with you. Every time I think of East Initiative, I think of this word, and it's inspire. The definition of inspire is to make someone want to do something, to cause someone to cause something to happen or to be created, to cause someone to have a feeling or emotion, to influence, to move or guide, to spur on, to impel, to motivate, to draw forth or bring out, to infuse as life by breathing. And all of you are a breath of fresh air to our city, and you're a very great inspiration. We want to thank all of those who have provided the tools that are necessary to inspire, create, and come with creativity comes the feeling of success, which is so vital today in a time where people are so bullies and abused, and they're challenged the basic values of human life. And with East Initiatives, it gives us a reason to feel successful and to have the pride in what your abilities and your resources are. And East, literally, all of you adults who support this, breathe life into our young people. And we thank you for this. And we thank you that as you breathe that life into young people, you can literally change our world. We thank you for the process that's going on here. We thank you for the people. We thank all you wonderful young people who are changing your world and your area and your city. And we just really enjoy having you here. We want to invite you back. Please, please, please come every year. We are so excited that you have chosen this city to be your conference city. And thank you so much. If you need anything at all, my cell phone number is 276-1038. But don't get parking tickets. I can't help you with that, or speeding. And also, don't forget to ride the ducks, okay? All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Ruth Carney, for being here. We would like to encourage everyone to meet new people, work hard, don't stay up too late, have tons of fun, and make sure and be good representatives of East.
This year's ambassador team is compiled of 25 members ranging in age from 5th grade to 12th, and are not only from every corner of Arkansas but beyond. We are working towards making this conference run smoother than ever. We're here and available for any questions, concerns, comments, or problems that you or your program might run into. Don't hesitate to come and talk to us about your school, your East story, or possibly applying for a leadership team next year.
We would like to introduce to you the documentation team for this year's conference. This amazing group of kids can be seen everywhere taking pictures and getting videos of all the different aspects of East. Documentation team is also a big part of our social media for conference, so remember to use the hashtag EastCon15 when you post anything about conference. We also have live streaming of opening plenary, banquet, and closing session.
Hello, my name is Kervin Flores, and I'm a student at Russellville High School. I'm a second-year documentation team member, and I have a favor to ask you guys. Whenever we come up to you and ask you for a picture or a video, just act natural and don't act shy with us.
Excuse me, sir. Can I take your picture? No.
I hope you guys have an awesome time at conference.
We would also like to introduce our amazing tech team. They will be in the blue vests so you can easily spot them. Their tech booth is located in the exhibit hall, but you can find them all around conference. They're here for all of your tech questions and problems.
2015 Technical Support Team Leader. And we are your 2015 Technical Support Team Leaders, and we would like to introduce you to our team this year. This year, we will be located in the breakout session hallway and also in the exhibit hall at the Technical Support booth.
If you need any of us for any of your technical needs or any other problems, you can find all of us because we'll be wearing these snazzy blue vests.
Let us help make your conference great.
All of the leadership team students are incredibly excited to be working with the East staff to help host this conference. Could all of the leadership team members please stand for a round of applause?
Hello, East Conference. How are you guys doing? Good. We're doing pretty good too.
Yeah.
Well, my name is Victoria Burton, and I'm from Harbor High School.
Hi, you guys. And I'm Ty Cameron Mack from Dumas High School. Victoria and I are honored to be two of your speakers for this year's conference.
That's right, guys. It is such a pleasure to be here today in the presence of so many beautiful faces. Opening Plenary is such an exciting time where East students like you get to really show off your technology and creativity skills.
During the year, students in East have opportunities to make creative compositions, and today we are excited to recognize some of these East composers. All music played throughout conference will be from these East student composers. East also hosted a music competition and will give you the honor of choosing the winner.
That's right. This music really helps us to East out in style over the next 3 days. So if it weren't for you guys, we couldn't really get our East groove on. So here's where you guys get to come in. You guys are going to help us vote. We'll play a video to showcase each of the finalists' composition. And after listening to each composition, there's a code for each of the finalists. And we want you guys to get out your phones and vote for your favorites. There's only one vote allowed per phone. Are you guys ready to hear them? All right.
Yeah, I'm on my level. All bass, no treble, lot of beats in my head. Get to busting, every metal get to rocking. Everybody get to rocking, yes, Lord. Everybody tryna copy while you wanna, but like you ain't know that I was the boy. Had to leave her in the summer, now she hating the boy. And for what? I bring some friends
Gingers, my brothers and sisters, why you gotta know? Of all my gingers out there, I'm the Pope. I'm spitting these rhymes to fill you guys with hope. Let's go on a journey, gingers, it'll be dope. I gotta tell you something, gingers, and that's to stay strong. Cause the brunettes and the blondes, it holds back for too long. Brunettes are dominant, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Are we gonna have
Just wait a couple minutes. Where's Jessica? Go for it.
Every year, as you guys know, East has a logo competition. The winning design was chosen in May and was used for all conference material. We would like to recognize the winners for this year's competition.
To show our appreciation, we want to invite the winners of this year's competition to the stage to receive a special prize.
This year's winners are from Nettleton High School. Please welcome to the stage Hunter Duty and Dakota Martinez. Congratulations. They will both receive a $50 Best Buy gift card. Matt Dozier will come on stage to present that prize.
Guys, you did an outstanding job. Thank you so much. You have a photographer somewhere? Right there. 1, 2, 3.
Hey guys, I'm Sloan Auger and I'm from Pottsville High School.
And I'm Jordan Lee from Nettleton High School. We have looked forward to this day all year, and we are really excited to be here at the 2015 East Conference.
We know that this year's competitors are really going to bring it. But first, Jordan, have you ever seen a better looking crowd?
Well, I've seen a lot of groups, and this is a pretty darn good looking one.
Not to mention talented, especially those who entered the application showcase competitions. These contests are sponsored by industry professionals and organizations. Every year, several $1,000s worth of software, service, and awards are given to student projects in East programs.
These competitions provide students with an opportunity to showcase projects and their use of advanced technology. Many competition hosts have used student projects in their marketing and promotional efforts. Some of them have even recruited students for internships based on their competition entries.
At this time, we're going to find out who won the Why of Where showcase, the ArchiCAD competition, and the Storytelling with Esri Maps competition. First, please give a warm welcome to the stage from cast, Robin Lane.
Hi, y'all. We're very happy to have had excellent entries this year into the Why of Where application showcase. For those of you who are not familiar with it, it's an opportunity to showcase the geospatial projects that your East classroom is doing. This year's winner, the winner of this year's competition will receive a 2-day visit from one of the staff members at CAST. It has a total cash value of at least $800 to take our staff time for 2 days. So it's actually pretty expensive. But this year's winner, we selected from a pool of 5, and what really set this entry apart was not only how well it made use of geospatial technologies, but it had the potential to really expand beyond the core project and have long-term impacts on not only their community, but a larger community. This year's winner of the Why of Where application showcase is Huntsville High School. Guys, you did a great job, and we'll see you after the opening plenary.
Hi
Hi, everybody. I'm here to announce the ArchiCAD competition. Graphisoft was not able to be here today, but they wanted to extend their sincere thanks and appreciation to all the students that submitted a presentation. It is clear that all the teams put time and effort into creating a well thought out projects, and they're looking forward to more projects in 2016. The winning project not only fulfilled the requirement of a building that would benefit the community, but also showed his senior level skills in ArchiCAD. His use of templates, photo rendering, and detailed documentation is exceptional. Zach Jordan from Cedarville High School has an eye for design and a bright future as an architect. Thanks, Zach, for a great project.
Hello, I'm Charlie Fitzpatrick. I work for Esri, and I get to talk about the Storytelling with Maps competition. Maps are really powerful instruments for doing analysis, and there's a lot of work that gets done with them. But after the analysis, there is an extra part that is, how do you present the work that you've done in a way that helps people understand very quickly what you've spent a lot of time building? And that's what this is about. People do some work with ArcGIS Desktop, and they also do work with ArcGIS Online. Now, let's see if we can get the slides up on the screen here, and see if I can, wow, okay, there we go. Now, is anybody here from any of the circled areas? Oh, yay. All right. Well, let's hear if there is anybody here from the next. There we go. Anybody here from yours? Anybody here? Okay, if you can see your school, that's great. That means you know how to read maps, and it's really important that people know how to read maps in order to get through life, and there's a lot of opportunity that comes from being able to do that. And it's also one of these things where we want that many projects coming in, because this year we didn't have quite as many as we wanted. Let's see if we can get this next one to show. There we go. So they came from just a very small, select geographic band, but I just wanted to let you know that you can submit them if you're from a wider area. But we had some great submissions from a small, select group. And let's see, the next slide will help us. Come on, next slide. There we go. The winners get to receive a set of books for the lab and then some personal things for the folks who win. And our next slide tells us, next slide, please. Our next slide tells us the honorable mention went to Sonora Elementary with a very cool and very challenging project about creating data for an animal reserve. This was one that required some really innovative work and some very independent work that was pretty cool, pretty well done. And the winner of those groups is from Helen Tyson Middle School. And what they put together is something that I know a lot of you have talked about. They put together a really nice walking tour of historic downtown Springdale. So when this is made public, you'll want to take a look at it, and you'll also want to take a look at the documentation that they provided about how they did their project, because it's really a very analytical job in terms of making the decisions about what goes into this. That's what next slide tells us. That's what we want everybody to be paying attention to, is that there are a lot of colleges and employers who are seeking students that know how to do this, because they all have needs. You guys have the skills. Thanks very much.
Good afternoon. Are you not having a good enough time? I know that some of you are having a better time than others because I've seen the pictures. Hampton, why didn't you bring the cowboy cheerleaders with you? I'm here today to share kind of our state of East, if you will. I'm here to share some news, to celebrate since the last time we got together. We really love the fact that when we come to the Hot Springs Convention Center every spring, you guys show up. It makes life so much more enjoyable. And it makes a lot of work that we do back at the office mean so much more. This has been a year of huge change. The entire East universe, if you will, has seen that level of change, and we're excited. I want to start by perhaps our most obvious change. She was a good home for us for 15 years. When East started, it started in one classroom, and then it grew into a small set of cubicles in a regional cooperative. And then we were so excited in 2000 when we opened up our training center and we had half of this building back here and our name wasn't on it. We went from that half of a building, 3 offices, 1 training room, to that entire building and 3 other suites on the campus. But we had outgrown it and it had outgrown its functional use for us. And we had the opportunity this year to do something that is very exciting. You excited? There it is! It's the new East headquarters. If you haven't been there, if you have been there yet, what do you think about it? If you haven't, let me introduce you to it. It's 14,000 square feet with 4 dedicated training spaces, and it is full of opportunity. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful, it fits the needs and will allow us to grow into the future, and it's the best $2.4 million anybody ever spent. We are excited because that now becomes a home where all of East can come together, all of the staff is together, we've got these incredibly nice training facilities, and we're going to take advantage of them because people are noticing and paying attention to what you do. We have gotten some incredible recognition this year for the work that we do. The Computer Using Educator Group from California featured East in their 20% time, where they held us up as the example of how you get innovation, passion, creativity, and success out of educational endeavors. We got recognized internationally. Mr. Tom Stevens from the Winston Churchill Memorial Trust, and a Churchill Fellow, I met a Churchill Fellow, got to come and spend several days with us and got to visit and talk about the difference between what we do in Arkansas and what they do in England. Now, I took him to North Little Rock, which he now thinks is Northern Little Rock because I don't guess he sees the difference, but he's from Southern London, so. But he went back and the East story is being told overseas. Developmentally, work that we have been talking about for the past 2 years is really taking off. We received enough grants and funding over the past year from both the Winthrop Rockefeller Foundation and from AT&T to fully fund our work at the Innovation Hub in North Little Rock. That means that East has moved outside of the school walls and the school day. Now, I want to invite you to something, and something important. On May the 2nd, at the Innovation Hub, there's going to be a National Maker Fair. They're only working with the White House to put it on. And it is open to the entire universe to come down and spend time and make things. Mr. Joel Gordon and Miss Erin Dean are going to be here over the next 2 days to share some of the work that they do, and I hope that you have a chance to spend time with them. So that's East. Nationally, internationally, we're growing and we're developing. Obviously, you have already heard about how something that happened last year has begun to spread. How many of you were here last year when Ricky and Kylie got up on a banquet night and gave a presentation? It was kind of impressive, wasn't it? And as they told you, that got them to the big house, 15,000 people. It's a space even bigger than this. And that got the East story being told across the ocean on Japanese national television. Okay? East is being told that story. Now we're on both sides of the oceans, right? We're going to take over. But it doesn't stop there. Okay? It doesn't stop there, because not just are we national, not just are we international, but thanks to our friends at Magnet Cove, we've gone galactic. Magnet Cove High School is working with NASA and the ISS to do things that most kids don't ever get a chance to do, and they get to do it every day. Now, if Coach Nick would just bring me back one of those spacesuits, I would be much, much happier. I want to take a minute and recognize some people that we tend to not recognize sometimes, because it's starting to happen. 12 years ago was the first time I was asked to write a recommendation for a teacher for Teacher of the Year. And it didn't go so well. It didn't go so well because once I'd gotten done writing this beautiful recognition and this beautiful recommendation, they came back to us and said, "This is great, but what do they teach?" The world's changing. I have 2 of them up here, but if you are or have been named a Teacher of the Year, would you please stand up? The reason that this is such a big deal is because it means that the world is coming around and understanding that the work that your facilitators do is so important. They're no longer asking, but what do they teach? They're now asking, how can we teach others to do that as well? And that's why this year we had our very first ever Milken Educator. Ms. McBride, would you stand up? Now, guys, I don't know if you know this, but being named a Milken Educator is like getting an Oscar or winning a Nobel Prize. Okay? You don't apply for it. You don't get your friends to call in. Okay? They find you and they say you are the best of the best. And then they give you $25,000 for doing it. So, East is doing great things. You guys are doing great things. The facilitators are doing great things. You want to build on it? I'm here to announce some new initiatives that we are pushing into in the coming year. Remember when I said that they've quit asking us, but what do they teach? And now they're asking us, how can we teach others? We've been approached and we are developing training that we can take out to any teacher anywhere to take East-like things into any class in the country. This year we will be doing an expansion of our training. We will be offering technology integration. Is that an East-like idea? We're going to be offering soft skills training, you know, the part where you talk to people and explain what you're doing and explain what you've learned and how you learned it and why it's important. We're going to be doing logistics on project management, And we're going to be doing work in creating authentic projects so that what you do when you go to class can look more East-like all day long. Does that sound like a good idea? We've already got the first 12 classes scheduled, but we think that this is something that is going to just continue to grow because we didn't even have more than just some class titles and some basic idea when all of a sudden we were getting calls from everywhere going, when can you show up? That's for teachers that don't necessarily teach East, but what can we do for all teachers, even our East facilitators? How about Google Classroom training? We are getting ready to launch full-scale classroom certification for Google educators. And the East staff is going to do it, and we're going to do it the East way, which means that we're not going to be standing up talking to people. We're going to be working with you, and we're going to be allowing you to take advantage of tools that can radically change the way your classroom works. Now, all that put together means that what we've done over the past year is working. And we intend to continue to keep working because you deserve it. The work that you're doing is so inspiring and so powerful. The things that you're doing are changing the world around you, and I know personally are changing you for the better. Your future is bright, and that's why today we can start working on improving tomorrow. I'll be back in just a few minutes, but until then, let's vote on something else.
So, here at East Conference, we know you guys like to compete, so that's why we have so many competitions that you guys can apply for. So, speaking of competitions, what's next on the agenda, Ty?
Well, this competition is one of my favorites. Throughout the year, students in East can make their visions into reality just by making a poster. This competition is the poster competition. Creating these posters allow us as East students to see what the creator wanted to see. This competition had two categories that students could have applied for. The general East category focused on a specific East program or East in general, but the project posters focus on an actual East project.
Right. So later on during opening plenary, you guys will vote for the general East posters. Right now, we will just be voting for the project posters. The winner will be announced later on, along with the music competition winner. Voting is going to be the same, so only one vote is allowed per phone. Remember that the number you'll text your vote to is on the screen above.
Now, will you please give your attention to the video that will be displayed on the screen?
Nick McMahon from Searcy High School wanted to promote a basketball event held at his high school. Wanting to involve the team, he took photos of senior basketball members in front of the green screen and incorporated them into the design. Shelby Hartzell from Dover High School developed a logo for the Hiking Through Habitats project that focused on outdoor education. This design is used on all promotional materials such as t-shirts, posters, and the website for this project. Kayla Salih from Northeast Technology Center in Oklahoma made this poster for a zombie 5K obstacle course held at RSU. She drew the zombies to capture the theme and used a logo designed by another East student named Sandra Kinsey. Dalton Van Horn from Dover High School created this poster as a logo for a local business trying to get started. The business has taken off recently and is looking to get its first mass order soon. Kenneth Turner and Jaron Northern from Nettleton Junior High School wanted to represent an anti-bullying project in this poster. They took pictures of fellow classmates that seemed to fit into different cliques. Then he traced each person, colored them, and turned them into animation.
I told you I'd be back. Because I get to do something fun. I am here to introduce our featured speaker for the afternoon. East started here. Isn't it small? But don't they look excited? Happy? They don't know what they're getting into and they don't know what they're starting. Okay? It was a long time ago. And it was a group of people who were willing to do things that nobody else was trying. And more importantly, they were willing to try and to sometimes fail, sometimes not succeed in what they were trying to do. But they discovered that in trying and in taking on all of those crazy things that they were being asked to do, work together, use fancy technology, which today is not all that fancy, but back then it was pretty amazing. They began to tell their story, and they grew up, and they came back, and they are a living testament to the work that we do. Our featured speaker this evening is Miss Julia Seitz. She was in the very first class of East graduates at Greenbrier High School. She went on to college. She's worked in information technology and in the technology field. She currently works for Southwest Power Pool. And for 2 terms, she was a member of our board of directors. Not bad for somebody who stumbled into a class that was doing something different. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Julia Seitz.
Wow. You know, our first class was not quite this big. So they asked me if I could come speak and tell my story, and I thought that'd be pretty neat to do. And then last month, I came to the opening of the East building, and I met one of the East facilitators there. And when he was told that I was one of Mr. Stevenson's first students, he got a funny look on his face and said, "Oh, so you were a misfit in high school." Apparently, Mr. Stevenson likes to tell the story of some of us, and I decided I better set the record straight. I had straight A's, thank you very much. But with a dad in administration, I couldn't really get away with much. But when I thought about it a little bit longer, I realized I might have been a little bit of a misfit on the inside. Because just because you know how to pass those classes where you have to sit and listen to the teacher talk and recite everything back to them, it doesn't mean that you enjoy them. So when the opportunity arose in high school to do something a little bit different, I did jump on it. We started a field study program where in biology and some of the other science classes, we could go out of school. We got to go climb mountains. We got to go dig in the dirt. We got to learn to rappel. We went and did a real cave, not one of those touristy caves, like crawl on your belly to get in, not sure if your teachers are going to make it out behind you. Real stuff, and it was a lot of fun. Towards my senior year, we designed and decided to build a greenhouse. Has anybody here designed a greenhouse? I think there might be a few around. So here I am, I'm a senior. I'm in a class full of sophomores somehow, and I'm digging in August in Arkansas. It's hot. Now, I might not like the traditional classroom, but air conditioning is a good thing. So when Mr. Stevenson said, "Hey, Lincoln," because I was Lincoln back then, not Seitz. He said, "I want you to come do me a favor. I've got some software I want you to register." And I know y'all are thinking that's an easy thing. You go online, you get your digital code, you fill it out. No, we're back in the land of 14.4 modems and all that kind of stuff. So I come into the classroom, and his history class now has boxes everywhere. So I sat down and had to Xerox 77 boxes of software because we had to have one for every computer. And so I fill all this out, and then I turn around and he said, "Well, we have these computers, we have this server, we have a really big printer. What are you going to do with it?" Me? In charge? This isn't what happens in a classroom. But we did it. So we started putting together the software. We ran the cabling through the roof. We didn't have any fancy computer lab to take over from the rest of the school. So we ran the cabling, we designed the desk, we put everything up, we started learning how to use it, we figured out how to set up a server with network computers. And if you think Mr. Stevenson was any help, well, y'all have met him, right? Yeah. Every couple of days it was, Lincoln, check my email for me. Tell me if I have anything in there that matters, you know, that electronic mail stuff. And really, partway through the term, we figured out the safest thing to do was retract his administrator rights on the system after he crashed it one too many times. So towards the end of our year, we got to do something really cool. We all got on a plane and we went out to the International Graphic Users Group. And we got to present to a huge crowd of adults what we were doing in high school. And they listened and they were interested and it was exciting. And again, that was my senior year. So that's all I got. I got to leave and I had this confidence and a newfound love of computers. I'd always kind of liked playing with them, but I thought maybe I'd be a lawyer till all this happened. Thankfully, this happened. And we went on from there. So I go to college. I go to the University of Arkansas and I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with myself. And the guys from CAST had, of course, come and helped us with all of our GPS and GIS work. And they didn't have any openings for a student, but they worked down the hall from a guy that did. So now my buddies at CAST got a guy that worked from Computing Services and said, you need to hire this girl. He did Unix support for campus. Unix. I just barely mastered these NT servers we'd done, but because of what I had learned and shown in East and my ability to pick these things up, I had a job in college, extra money, good stuff, all because of one tiny little year of East. So I worked for the desktop Unix support all through college. I got to learn how to support Unix and Solaris and integration between Solaris machines and PCs and all that kind of fun stuff. Another opportunity I got is Fayetteville High School got their East Lab shortly after I had started going to college up there. And probably Stevenson said, you've already got somebody up there that might help you out. So I got to go help them make their East Lab. And I taught their administrator how to take care of it. And we went on from there. So my senior year of college now comes along and I get another call from Mr. Stevenson. And he says, Lincoln, we've got this thing with the governor, and we would like to see if the governor's speechwriter could call you and talk to you about your experience with East. Sure, of course, can't say no to East. So the speechwriter calls me, and we talk, and it's really good. And so I thought, well, great, more people are going to know about East. Well, then I get another call from Mr. Stevenson once again, and he says, you want to come listen to him talk about you? Sure, I'll come down, listen to him talk. Just be careful when Mr. Stevenson calls you. So I show up to the hotel that morning, and they're using the conference center to talk, and he said, oh, good, you're dressed nice. I said, yes. And he said, how do you feel about coming on stage with the governor at the end of his speech and having a little chat? Okay, that'll work. Again, if Mr. Stevenson calls, be wary. So the governor talks about East, and it's all good things, and I come up there, and we talk, and we have a little chat, and I get down, and I'm walking off stage, and as you'll find your senior year of college, you're going to start really wondering what you're going to do with yourself at that point. And I turn around, and there is a line of CEOs and recruiters and VPs and all kind of people waiting not to talk to the governor, but to talk to me. And by the time I walked out of there, I think I probably had 70 business cards in my hand as I was leaving. Pretty neat stuff, So, yes, thank you, East. Again, 1 year with really low stuff. It was very cool stuff at the time, but you guys have so much more. So I went to work for Altel. I was a programmer in their billing system. I did that for 10 years. I was very comfortable in that job. I learned everything I could about it. And the one thing that kept coming up, nothing against, I'm one too, so I can say it, but not all the geeks of the world can talk. It's not really considered one of our strong suits, but time and time and again, I was called on to do things because not only could I take care of the coding and the requirements and all of those other things that they're going to ask you to do. But I was very comfortable translating that to the people on the other side of the house that don't know what you're talking about. So again, the confidence that East gave me, those soft skills that Matt Dozier was talking about, the technology's there. There's a lot of ways to learn technology. You can sit at home on the internet today yourself, but those soft skills of what given me advancement after advancement, because I can actually speak, I can actually be self-directed, I work well in project teams, all these things that you're learning and what you're doing, those are what have gotten me above and beyond my peers, thanks to East and what you're learning. So a little while into that, I get another call. I don't think it was Mr. Stevenson this time, but they called me up and asked me to join the board of directors. I said, sure, it's East. Yes, sure, I'd love to. And I show up to a conference to kind of see what's going on. This is when it was still in Little Rock, and I was amazed at what you guys have available to you. So I served 8 years on the board of directors. I thought it was a lot of fun. I got to provide an insight and knowledge into how this began, what we wanted from it, why we did it. You know, those misfits that he talks about from the class, maybe we were all there, but those kids had been given up on. Those kids weren't making the A's. Those kids couldn't sit through a normal class, and they weren't doing real great, and everybody had kind of written those kids off. But Mr. Stevenson didn't write any of us off. He gave them the confidence and the opportunity to be believed in that got them to change their lives around. And they have made a difference in their lives because of what they've done with East. So I had a job change. You know, Verizon came through, bought Alltel, things changed, billing systems went away, and I decided to move over to Southwest Power Pool. It's a little scary to change jobs after 10 years. You get a little comfortable, you get really knowledgeable of what you're doing, and you think, how am I gonna learn something new? I think I forgot about my East for a minute, because as soon as I got over there, I went from making bills to supporting the reliability system that keeps our lights on, maybe a little bit more up the emergency chain there. But I did it. And within 5 months, they left me alone with the production side of the house. And so again, self-directed, find that knowledge, keep looking for it. No matter what you choose to do, it's important. And the things that you're doing and all these awesome opportunities that you guys have with East today, it's gonna be what makes a difference. So I've rolled off the board of directors now, and I think what I'd like to work on next is with our alumni. There are hundreds of thousands of us out there that have graduated from East. Why aren't we that network that says, hey, that guy across the table from me in the interview, he was East, I was East. Let's make a deal. Let's know that we're the ones that people want on those resumes. We're the ones that they want for their jobs. So I expect all of you when you graduate to join the Alumni Association, get involved with us. It'll only do you good, because it's done me a world of good, and I didn't even have half of what you guys are enjoying today. If I'd gotten to start in elementary, like those Sonora kids and the other oh my gosh, amazing. Absolutely amazing. I couldn't fathom standing up here in the 4th grade, 5th grade, just amazing. So East has done wonders for me. It's brought me where I am today. It's offered me every opportunity I could possibly have and didn't even know that I wanted. And so enjoy it, use it. Thank you.
Julia, thank you. For 8 years, she was actually my boss, so I'm contractually obligated to say nice things about her, but I don't have to have the contract to say that. It is so exciting to bring these guys back. When you come back here to deliver this to a group of people 10 or 12 or 15 years from now, I hope that you have had that kind of experience. Julia, we have a small token. And perhaps as a rebuttal, Mr. Stevenson would like to respond.
Yeah, I think there's a little clarification. I don't remember having you check my email, but yes, I did too. We were busy a while ago sitting down here, and everybody was getting excited to vote and everything, and And Julia said, "Are you voting?" And I said, "I don't have a smartphone. I have a dumb phone." Some things never change. I could not be more proud of Julia and her accomplishments and the lives she's touched with her life. And I could not be more appreciative to have been recognized as having a part to play in her life. This is what teachers aspire to do. Teachers pour their lives into their students. And I look around this room at the representatives of my life's work in education, and I can tell you, all I can tell you is thank you for validating my reason to be, which was to teach. So Julia, thank you so much. There's a part of this story that's missing. And for years, I've sought ways to explain how East happened. I can't tell you how many times I've been asked, how did you come up with East? How did it, I mean, did you just wake up one day and go to school and decide to create this weird class that was unlike any other class? I said, no, that's not how it happened. It happened for a lot of reasons. It wasn't a simple thing. And East did not become East on any particular day. We go back to the birth of the East Initiative, and it's kind of a sloppy thing because we're not real sure when it started. You know, it just happened. But I know for years people have tried to get me to be able to communicate where its roots are, where it comes from. And many of you have heard about my high school shop experience and where that's part of the roots of East or in my own personal experience as a student and becoming successful. But then in law enforcement, my career in law enforcement, and the burning desire and just the passion that developed in me to bring students out of this expectation of failure into an expectation of being the wonderful creation that you are. And so the passion and the life experience and all those things add up and contributed to it. But there was one part that really hasn't been told much, and I wanted to set the record straight here today with all of my heart. You know, passionate people can do amazing things, and that is the way the world changes, by the way, not by important people doing things. The world changes because passionate people pour their lives into something that they believe in. And while I was extraordinarily passionate and I was willing to be all in, it never could have happened without some other things occurring. And one of those things, and a story that's not told much, is Julia's dad was the deputy superintendent of Greenbrier School District. Now, as a high school student, I don't think Julia was particularly excited about that. So it wasn't, you know how that is. My dad's an administrator. Some of y'all probably wear that badge. So it was a little complex. But the truth is that Ivy Lincoln, Julia's dad, was responsible for bringing about my efforts at Greenbrier High School. He backed me when others didn't. He wrote the grants that funded all these harebrained ideas these guys came up with. He stood with me and very, very critically, and this is a critical thing I want you to take home with you today, he gave me the confidence and the freedom, not the regulations. I see so many administrative efforts that are pure regulation. He gave me freedom, and he empowered me with his trust and his confidence to create and go beyond what had been done before. And I don't think Ivy has ever been recognized for that work. And I promise you, we would not be here today if it were not for Ivy Lincoln and his willingness to get me, support me, and back me in the efforts in the early years of creating this thing called East. So I wanted to get that record straight. And Ivy, would you please come out here? We want to recognize you for that work.
He's been in the background for so long that he is part of our DNA, and we don't even recognize it. But Ivy's been at every conference, I think, for at least the last 10 years. And he's just a guy. He's just a guy who helped change the world. Mr. Lincoln, we have a small token for you. Thank you for all you've done for us. Thank you for trusting Tim with Julia, because I know how hard it is to trust Tim with a lot of things. And thank you for trusting this idea. We could not do what we do without supporters like you.
Well, thank you for not betraying anyone's trust. It's gone way beyond that. It's more in the realm of spontaneous creativity being contagious. I'm so old, I've been retired a couple of years, and so I greet you from, I'm a creature from before the Big Bang. But believe me, I can still recall how wonderful it has always been to be a part of one of the rarest things in not only in a life, but in a career, and that is to be part of something in education that's really, really changing continually. Changing just as you are changing as individuals and as professionals. We're always changing. That's what our lives are all about. Thank you for sharing your life with East. Thank you for sharing this with me. And the credit is just everywhere. It's been a wonderful pleasure, starting with my co-dad and and all the mentoring that began so early at Greenbrier and that's continued to this day. Thanks again.
As Victoria and Ty mentioned, student-created posters can be a perfect way to showcase the incredible creativity we have here at East. Being able to illustrate experiences or projects in the East classroom can be difficult, but our finalists crushed it. You already voted for your favorite project poster, so now it is time to pick your favorite general poster. 4 finalists were selected, but we are going to place the final decision in your hands.
One thing I love about East competitions is that everyone gets to choose a winner. And now that time has come. It's time to vote for your favorite General East poster finalists. Remember, General East posters are supposed to focus on the specific East program logo, or East in general.
You guessed it. Now we're going to have another round of voting. After the 4 finalists have been announced, pick your favorite, though it may be hard, and text its corresponding code to the number on the screen.
Hey, and for all you ballot stuffers out there, that only means 1 vote per phone, no matter how much you're torn between those amazing posters.
Voting will begin after the last student finalist has been announced.
Please direct your attention to the video above to view the finalists chosen.
Brooke Dacus from Dover Middle School used Pixlr and Photoshop to create her design. Brooke wanted to make a poster that represented East with her own futuristic look and feel. Cambry Watson from Prairie Grove High School captured 2 pillars of East in her poster. Her inspiration was using the fact that science and technology are key components in improving the world around us. Dakota Martinez from Nettleton High School represents East through technology. His inspiration was a moment in the East classroom while sitting at his computer looking at the conference logo for this year. Dakota then decided to design his computer in Illustrator and put the East logo on the screen. Jimmy Lopez from Fordyce High School spent time realizing how what we do today will always make tomorrow better. Jimmy represented this concept in his poster by showing science fictional technology one day being our reality.
Hey, Victoria, what time is it?
Well, I'm glad you asked that because coming up next is round 2 of the application showcase competitions.
Oh, really? I was hoping you'd say that. I wonder what the next category is.
Well, worry not, because coming up next, we get to hear from the following competitions: the video showcase, the website design, and the VersaCAD competition, or as I like to call it, VersaRad. So if you wouldn't mind, give a warm welcome to Mark Giese from the University of Arkansas at Little Rock, from the School of Mass Communication. Please give him a warm welcome.
Hey guys, it's really great to be here again. I really appreciate the opportunity to acknowledge all the folks that enter our competitions, but I also think that East is one of the coolest things that ever happened. It gives you a chance to learn by getting your hands on things. And one of the reasons I'm here is about those soft skills that so many people have talked about. One of the things that I really appreciate about the East idea and conference is that not only do you have to pick a project and research it and do something that's good for your community, but you have to communicate it. And those are the soft skills that I think are really important. As people say, those things really make a huge difference. So what I'm going to do today is announce the winners of the ULR video competition, and then I'll announce the web competition. And my script is a little bit out of order, so you have to be patient with me. But one of the things that I really like about East is that you get to touch things. And when we get East students in the School of Mass Comm program, I really love them because they come to the class and they are not in sit down and shut up mode. They are tech savvy, they're smart, they're self-starters, and they're creative, believe it or not. And many of them are artists, as we've seen. But let's get straight to it. Let's start with the winner of the high school division of the video competition. That winner, or those winners rather, are Lydia Huck and Victoria Burton from Harbor High School. The project was Beyond Our Backyard. This was an amazing video, amazing. And for our elementary and middle school, junior high school category, the winner is, let's see, where are we? The winner is Hannah, Madison, Jake, Parker, and I think I've got that wrong. But the winner is Golf Instructional Video, Batesville Junior High. And once again, the sophistication of this video and the ability to communicate with technology was amazing to me. These kids are starting younger and younger, and it just blows me away. And so we'll move straight on to the web design competition. We have 3 winners here, third second, and first, and we'll go in reverse order. In third place, from Nettleton High School, we have Jalen Allison and Stevie Schrabel. In second place, we have Shelby Hartzell and Jordan Jorgensen of Dover High School. And I think, if I recall correctly, they're one of those schools that are up for the overall award winner. And finally, from Harbor High School, we have Jonathan West for our first place winner. And I think that concludes my portion of the program. You guys remember, thoughts make things, think good thoughts, make good things.
Hello again, everybody. I'm here to announce the VersaCAD competition winners. I'm going to read a message from them first. Thank you all to those who participated in this competition. All of the projects submitted were inspiring. Archway Systems has been a proud sponsor of learning and innovation since 1989. VersaCAD is a 2D drafting software that is intuitive, easy to learn, and easy to use. This makes it a great software for those just getting started in CAD and for those in major production. It is great for small-scale and large-scale projects and is used worldwide, including companies such as Prairie Farms Dairy and Statter Brothers Markets. It is one of the fastest and most productive CAD systems on the market today. VersaCAD also promotes learning and developing through science and technology by starting at a young age. This is why Archway Systems offers the VersaCAD 2D design competition for the East Conference. The second place winner is Sandra Velasquez of Henderson Middle School for her map of the central Little Rock and tributary creeks of Forest Creek. It was well designed and clearly labeled and a good example of what can be done with VersaCAD. One team stood out with their project and precision they used in their drawings. The map they created was well thought out and well designed. The winner of the VersaCAD competition is Lamont Thomas and Wesley Handwork from Nettleton Junior High School. Their floor plan executed an understanding of how to use VersaCAD and followed the National Service Project of the East Conference by creating a floor plan of their school to be used for evacuation plannings in the event of an emergency. Congratulations.
Thanks, Jessica. Several years ago, Dr. Marta Collier came to us and she had an idea. And she was wanting to do a competition surrounding solar. She wanted to do something that allowed students to compete before conference, but she also wanted to do a live competition at conference. And that was something that we haven't really done a whole lot of. Well, that was 4 years ago, and it's gotten more and more successful over the years. Dr. Marta Collier was with the Arkansas Science and Technology Authority. She will be here tomorrow. She'll be working with the World of Tomorrow workshop we'll talk about in just a little bit, but she was unable to be here today, so I am referencing her competition on her behalf. This is the last year for the Asset Initiative's Solar Design Competition. There have been some amazing designs that we have seen over the 4 years that the Science Technology Authority has sponsored this competition via the Arkansas Asset Initiative. 3 of the 20 teams that entered the competition this year have made it to the finals, which means that tomorrow these 3 teams will have a chance to build their models in the world of tomorrow. Their solar-powered devices can be built. They must benefit the community and potentially be launched as a new commercial product. Each team was required to submit their 3D designs using software applications like SketchUp or AutoCAD or similar. And these designs earn team members a seat in the EastCon 15 to compete for the grand prize. These three teams will be competing tomorrow, so please stand when your name is called. Our finalists are Batesville Junior High School, Nettleton High School, and Pinkston Middle School. So a panel of the judges will be reviewing the models that will be built on site at the close of the competition tomorrow, and the winner will be announced during our closing plenary. So what's the grand prize? Well, that's going to be announced at the closing plenary, so you'll have to come back. So here's what's going on tomorrow. Don't forget to stop by the grand lobby, which is near the breakout session hallway. Cheer on your colleagues as they're competing during the live competition going from 10 o'clock until 4 o'clock. There's also some other things going on down there. Our dear friend Joel Gordon from the Arkansas Regional Innovation Hub is also going to be set up with a Tinker Space. So be sure as you go by and you see all these things going on, there's a competition going on, and also there's the Tinker Space with Joel Gordon.
Caitlin and Lisa and I want to share a few reminders and announcements about some of the exciting things that are going to be happening over the next few days.
Remember that East Fusion is happening tonight in Horner Hall from 7:30 to 9:30. There will be dancing, a photo booth, and it's a great opportunity to get to know a lot of new people from different East programs.
And if dancing isn't your thing, then you should check out the STEM challenges hosted by CAST, which are taking place in the lobby area outside the Horner Hall during East Fusion. Teams of up to 4 students will have the opportunity to test their STEM skills in 4 exciting competitions. The winning teams will be announced on Thursday during the closing session.
Once again, we would like to congratulate all this year's National Service Project finalists. Our National Service Project theme this year was Emergency Planning and Preparedness. These finalists are invited to participate in an on-site competition during conference. The National Service Project booth and finalist projects can be found in the middle of the exhibit hall.
And if you've enjoyed the text voting tonight, then don't forget to vote for the Best of Conference Awards, which honors 4 East programs that exemplify the best that East Conference has to offer. The categories are Suited for Success, Signature Design, Dress to a T, and Best of Tech. Voting will open for registered conference participants tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. and will close on Thursday at 11 a.m. There will be kiosks set up in the tech booth inside the exhibit hall, as well as kiosks in the breakout session hallway in the info booth. The winners will be announced at closing.
The Tech Support Olympiad is a little different this year. You are able to come and watch the on-site competition, so encourage everyone to come to the Grand Lobby on Thursday at 9 a.m. to watch the finalists compete. Congratulations to all the Tech Support Olympiad finalists.
Don't forget the awards reception for the application showcase winners and their East programs will take place in the Grand Lobby right after the opening plenary. Congratulations.
The votes are in, and it's time to announce the competition winners that you voted for earlier today. Every poster finalist really blew us away, but one from each category really won over the crowd. The winner will receive a Wacom tablet donated by our good friend John Manley of GHA Technologies.
If your name is called, please come to our side of the stage to accept your prize. If the student winner is not in attendance today, please send a representative from the school to accept the award on his or her behalf.
The winner of the General East Poster Competition is
Jimmy Lopez from Fordyce High School.
All right. And the winner of the specific project poster competition is
Shelby Hartzell from Dover High School. Well, you guys spoke and we listened. The moment you have all been waiting for is finally here, the music competition winner. The winner will receive an Oxygen US MIDI keyboard controller.
When your name is called, please come to the stage to accept your prize. Even if the student winner is not in attendance today, a representative from that school may come and accept the award on his or her behalf. Now, since this is the music award, can we get a drum roll, please?
And the winner of the music competition is... Oh, it's already up here. Trey Lewis from Middleton High School. Hey.
Are you ready to have some fun? Are you ready to learn something? Yes, you are. Are you ready to go meet the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders? EastCon 2015, here we are. Let's go due East. Thank you.